Hey everybody. Oscar Wilde famously said, "A cynic is a man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing." I've been thinking a lot about this quote lately and about the values that underpin our thinking and our actions as a society. An excellent new book by Mark Carney, Values: Building a Better World for All, directly tackles the question of what we value and why, and what values are required to ensure a more equitable and sustainable future. During his time as Governor of the Bank of Canada and of the Bank of England, he witnessed a collapse in trust in elites, globalization, and technology. And he became convinced that this reflected a crisis in values and required a significant rethinking of value and values to build a just economy. The book explores the relationship between value, that is the worth and usefulness of something, and values, the principles or standards of behavior, and how these two shape each other. The book is in 3 parts. Part 1 looks at concepts of value, and in particular the disconnect between values in market and in society. Mark Carney speaks about the conflation of value with monetary value, and identifies our deepest challenge as the narrowing of values to market fundamentalism. One striking example of the crisis of valuation and values is when you compare the valuations of Amazon, the company, and the Amazon region. Amazon is worth $1.5 trillion, and that equity valuation reflects the market's judgment of its worth. And yet the Amazon region only has market value when the rainforest is cleared for farming. Part 2 of the book explores the 3 significant crises of the 21st century: credit, COVID, and climate. He argues that while these are driven by a crisis of values, our response provides the opportunity to build back better. He sees COVID-19 with all its devastating impacts as a consequence of our failure to prepare and to properly value resilience. But, as he points out, we prioritized health first, and our response was based on values of compassion, fairness, solidarity, and responsibility. Now we need to carry these values forward and focus not just on the rate of growth, but also on its direction and its quality. He calls climate change the ultimate betrayal of intergenerational equity and calls for innovation on every front. He firmly believes that the financial system can be retooled to make markets a part of the solution. Part 3 of the book focuses on the actions we need to take to rebuild an inclusive social contract, built on values of dynamism, resilience, sustainability, fairness, responsibility, solidarity, and yes, humility. And he concludes the book by emphasizing that we cannot take the market system for granted, that we must build social capital to make markets work, that we must channel the value of the market back into the service of the values of humanity. I found this book hugely encouraging. It shows how we can harness the power of the market and financial instruments to create a just, sustainable, and prosperous future. I really hope you get the chance to read it as well. Have a great weekend, everybody.